Hello, everybody. Welcome to a fun little video idea I decided to do for the day. Today, I have my friend Crane here with me. Say hello, Crane.
Hello.
That was very enthusiastic of you. Anyway, we're gonna do a Sonic rankings tier list. This is just an idea that I polled you guys on like earlier this week, and it's a fun idea because I've been a little bit of a content mill lately, and I'm planning something big in the future. So I decided to just make this video as a way to hold you all over. These rankings are not going to be anything like scientific or anything. It's not going to be like kind of like an ore farming tier list.
It's a vibes check.
Yeah, it's a vibes character vibes check. And as you can see here on Tier List Maker, we have, oh my goodness, we have a few characters.
Tomorrow.
We have a few characters to go through, but what's going to take us 1 hour is probably going to see y'all 30 minutes. So let's just get started without further ado. And we're starting off with a banger. Why do we have to start off with one of the best characters ever? Like, it's Sonic. Do you disagree?
No.
Like, dude is the head of the franchise, the face of Sega, and one of the most iconic cartoon characters ever made. Like, the glaze for this character can go infinite. It is absolutely insane. We'll have debates about other characters from different franchises, and they're going to be like, bro, it would be so cool if Sonic was here, right? Like, this is the ultimate autism icon. I can name so many cool moments from him, like Sonic and the Secret Rings when he's fighting the Erazor Djinn, Sonic and the Black Knight, the best story ever made. Sonic Unleashed, that opening. Like, you have anything? Is there anything for you to say, Crane?
I think the glaze is a little strong, but I agree with the top tier.
No, he's like the best character ever made, and you should worship him every day. I think that's the only way to fairly rank him, right?
I wholeheartedly agree now.
Thank you. I'm glad we could come to grips with that point. Next character on this list is Tails. Now, Tails is a weird one for me because I used to, like, when I was a kid, I used to love this character. He was the player 2 of our family. If you were a player 2, you would always use him. And his character arcs throughout the series are going from like a wimpy little kid to someone who can stand on his own. It's actually really compelling. Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 being his best character arcs in the series. But then after 06, he kind of just degrades into worthless. So that kind of takes the points off of him. So the question is, do you hold what happens in Sonic Forces against him? Is it that bad that you hold that against him or no?
For me, at least, I feel like everyone was completely butchered in Forces, so I wouldn't hold the blame on just Tails.
Yeah, but he got it the worst. No, he got it the worst, I'd say. Dude, spreading his cheeks open for chaos in that one cutscene, I lost all respect for him.
I mean, yeah, I hate Forces with a passion, but that's why I just try to pretend it doesn't exist.
Bro, Tails has just lost it. My expectation, going on guerrilla warfare, destroying his Eggman bases, in reality, cowering over Chaos Zero when he beat Chaos 4, by the way. Yeah, no, get this guy out of here. I'm just putting him in good tier. Because, like, I can't just go off of what's in the past. I have to go for overall stuff. And even nowadays, he doesn't do much. Like, name a significant Tails moment. Like, the movies?
Yeah, even in Frontiers, I know people really like a lot of the development in Frontiers, but I felt like it was just the beginning of an idea that they're beginning to listen to criticism from almost a decade ago.
Yeah.
So,
sorry, Tails, how the mighty have fallen. Now, the next character, I want to put him in horrific. I actually might want to put him in horrific because, like, he gets damaged, but it's nothing to his like coolness factor. Like, it's just to his intelligence, which wasn't why I liked Knuckles in the first place, because he was always kind of dumb, but being smart was never his thing. He was just kind of like the edgier alternative to Sonic before, like, Shadow came out. Now, before y'all kill me in the comments for not putting Tails higher, like, let me just explain the Knuckles agenda. First game he's introduced, you have Super Sonic, this super form that you built up from the entire last game, getting all 7 Chaos Emeralds. This mighty, powerful figure gets punched out of his form by Knuckles in the first 10 seconds of the game. Is that not crazy aura? Then you have the rest of his series. In Sonic Adventure, Knuckles' theme song is probably the toughest character theme song I've ever heard in my life. Like, the jazz solo, the saxophone, it goes crazy, bro. I know you've heard it, right? It's iconic. Yeah. It's iconic at this point. So you have that bonus. You have him in Sonic Adventure 2, not even, like, he doesn't even do what the main character does. He's like his own agenda. He just happens to be going along with Sonic and Tails. He's just doing his own thing for most of the games. He's like, no, I'm going to protect this. I'm going to protect Angel Island and just do my own business. I'm only friends with Sonic by pure coincidence. It's just really, really empowering. And then you get to his bastardization where they forget about all of that and just make him like a sidekick, like Tails. Now, I kind of understand why they need to do this because, you know, he has to show up in more games and you need to have an excuse. So they're like, his character flaw of being tied to the Master Emerald, we could just get rid of that, right? And that's what they decided to do. And since then, he's kind of just been delegated to the sidekick character, much like Tails, but a slightly cooler sidekick. But I hold those first few moments of him in such high regard. I just had to put him up there, bro.
Personally, I never liked Knuckles as much before 2022. And Tails was always my favorite character in the series, but he's never really had a huge moment to shine. He was pretty good in the movies.
Oh.
But Knuckles in the movies, and even in Frontiers.
Sorry.
Yeah, but Knuckles in the movie, oh my god, what an entrance. And then, even in Frontiers, I was just commenting about how I didn't really like the development. Knuckles actually had a really good development in Frontiers. So
it is a crime that they removed that line from Sonic 2. That was one of the coldest entrances I've ever seen a character. Sonic goes in the spin dash. Boom! Giant explosion. Knuckles is just holding him. Does it look like I need your power? Like, who taught you how to talk like that? That's crazy. Yeah, now I'm putting an horrific.
That year definitely made me... That year changed my impression of Knuckles from good to horrific. So,
like, jeez, bro. Oh my gosh. All right, I just changed the list a bit. There's going to be 2 major changes, you know. Just pretend like it's normal. Next up, we have Amy Rose, and I would say she's good. Good character. Okay, so this is actually really polarizing because like a lot of people are split on this. I made a video talking about Amy Rose. People think it's either in 2 camps. You think her character was awful, sexist, and bad, like pre-Sonic Frontiers, and now she's way better, but just less interesting. Or you think that her character was ruined now in Sonic Frontiers, and it's just like Sega going woke. I don't agree with any of those 2 narratives. They're really stupid. I would say it's like a mixture of both, where her character is a lot more nuanced nowadays, but they kind of lost some of her charm and luster from the previous Sega outings. Like, I'm not going to deny the fact that she was made as just a generic love interest, because that's pretty obvious. If you have previous Amy's, like Sonic X Amy is actually moving kind of differently. Like, have you seen Sonic X?
It's been a while, but I remember her having a lot more personality.
Yeah, she is crazy. So I'm gonna flash them on screen, but there's a moment where she's fighting Eggman on like Mobius or their planet back when they get sent back to their planet, and like Sonic's not there at all. Like Sonic's not there to save them, so Eggman thinks there's gonna be free eats, and then you just have Amy who single-handedly takes him out. Like, she's just angry at him because she's like, he's ruining her sleep, and she's like, yeah, I'm just gonna kill him. And I'm like, bro, what? And there's one of the best gags in the entire show where she throws her hammer at him, and he's like, now that you don't have your hammer, it's gonna be like you're useless without your hammer. And she makes one spawn from thin air. Have you seen that meme?
I have not, no.
It's like, it's so funny. Like, when she gets angry, it actually has aura. But in terms of games, her part in the games are, I'm not gonna lie, before like Sonic Frontier, she was just kind of a damsel in distress. Sonic CD gets kidnapped, Sonic Adventure gets kidnapped, Sonic Adventure 2 saves Sonic, which is actually pretty good. But her best moment in Sonic Adventure is aiding in Gamma's storyline, the robot, who has probably the saddest storylines in any Sonic game. I guess I'll put her in vibes only though, because like, okay, Sonic X Amy is like here, but like counting all of Amy is like vibes only. Is that okay?
I think she definitely has room for improvement over the next few years, but as is,
yeah.
They've heard the criticism.
Boom Amy is also crazy.
Yeah, Boom Amy is.
Yeah, I think I had to put her in good because I forgot Boom Amy. Yeah, she's hilarious in that show. Yeah. And she's probably the best written there. Okay, now we have Cream the Rabbit. I think I'll put her next to Amy. Do you know anything about Cream before I go and tangent?
I don't think I've played a game where she was the major character. Again, I've seen X, but a long time ago, so I don't remember her role in the show.
There's one moment in X where she takes... So you have the Emerl arc. It's basically Sonic X's tournament arc. All these characters are fighting for the Chaos Emerald because for some reason in Sonic X, the Chaos Emerald is just free open season. So they're fighting in a tournament to get it. You have this robot, Emerl, from the game, you know, Sonic Battle, right?
Yeah.
He can adapt to other people's fighting style. So everyone is trying to beat this robot up, who's adapting to them, beating the mess out of them. Sonic, Rouge, and Knuckles combined cannot beat this robot. And you know who's the one person who's able to start beating the mess out of it?
I'm guessing Cream.
Yeah, that's one of the most probably the most memorable, one of the best memorable scenes from the show, because Cream has, up to this point, Cream's just a moment where she shows that actually, yes, she is capable of fighting on the same level as them, and it's actually pretty heartbreaking because Emerl's like, she's the only one capable of actually killing this thing, and she was the only friend he truly had. It's pretty good emotional scene, and definitely put her up the ranks in the character for me. As games itself go, though, it's just kind of like she's delegated to a side character most of the time. In recent games, they forgot about her, actually. There's like a video by Cairo Talks that mentions all about it, but yeah, Sega kind of doesn't want to remember Cream for some reason. I have no clue why.
I think there's just been oversaturation of some of the characters. Now, I don't think that means get rid of them or just mention them in random lines.
But Cream hasn't had anything, though.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see a handful of them come back, even if it's still only a main emphasis on the main four, you know?
Yeah, also, Cream is broken in Sonic Advance 2. I don't know if you know that, but she's like the best character by far.
I haven't played any of the advanced games.
Oh, basically, you can press the R button and her Chow will attack any surrounding robots. She like destroys bosses, and the reason for this is because she's supposed to be the easy mode. But we gotta keep moving going. I'm not ranking Chow. What do you say about them?
They're cute. End of story.
All right. Next up is Vanilla. I'm gonna create a tier separate for this. For no reason. I'm just going to do it. Hold on a second. Let me just add a tier below here. Let me rename it to something. All right, there we go. That seems like an appropriate name. All right, next we have is, I think this is Emerl. Do you know much about Emerl?
I don't even know when he appeared. Like, I haven't played Battle, so I don't even know anything about Emerl. I know nothing about Emerl.
Yeah, Emerl, I think it's just a super version of Emerl. Wait, is Emerl super version? Gmail. That's crazy. Yeah, Emerl is just the evolved form of Emerl, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so I have no input on this.
Okay, I'm gonna rank him once we get to Emerl because I also don't know much about him, but yeah. Now we have Big the Cat. Yeah, I'm putting him in Orless. Bro is
no. He's an Aura Farmer.
No, spins the entire game. Bro is spinning the entire game, catching a fish, and then losing him again.
My mistake. Can we put Froggy in Orific?
Yeah, sure, we'll put Froggy in Orific. No, I'm joking.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not ranking the animals, alright? I'm putting all the animals in no opinion.
Yeah.
But, okay, he spends the entire game failing to catch his frog. He stumbles into the main plot by pure coincidence, and I'm not gonna lie, his IQ might be, like, less than the room temperature. Like, it is pretty bad how dumb he is. And his games just, like, suck. I don't know how he is in Frontiers. Do you know how he is in Frontiers?
He's just a chill guy in Frontiers. He just encounters Sonic in the in cyberspace, and he's like, I don't know where I am, but do you want to fish?
That's a vibe. Okay, that's a vibe. No, because Sonic Adventure, he's so stupid. Sonic Adventure, he's so stupid.
I think it's canon. I think it's canon in Frontiers that Big's not even there. It's just Sonic's memory of him.
He's going crazy, so he imagines Big.
Okay. Cyberspace. He's only in cyberspace. So.
All right. Vector the Crocodile. Okay, do I put him in the Gooner tier too? Because that's what basically his whole personality is: trying to get rich really fast and failing, and gooning over Vanilla. I think those are his two character traits. I didn't finish.
I know the comics he does, but
I didn't finish.
I've only played the games.
Yeah, I have no comic knowledge. If any of y'all in the comments like say, "Oh, these characters are secretly like top tier in the comics," be my guest to mention them because I have no clue about them, sadly. But Vector,
I think vibes only is fair for what I know about Vector personally.
Because he is hilarious. Get to the computer room. Come on, that's a classic. But outside of memes and stuff,
it's pretty funny.
Besides trying to kidnap a child, that's pretty weird. But he's doing it out of love.
He does that.
He's trying to kidnap Cream and bring her back home, I think. In the Meta-X arc, if I'm not mistaken. I could be getting that wrong.
I keep forgetting about this show, man.
Sonic X was a huge part. Like, it was one of the first anime I watched. It's very much not as good as it used to think, but it's still nostalgic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just put him in vibe. Not really much. He swims over Vanilla, and he likes money. And he's very funny in Sonic Shadow the Hedgehog. By the way, I haven't finished Shadow the Hedgehog because I did a stream of it. If you wonder why I quit it, just watch that stream. Next, we have Espio. I'm just going to put him in good by default because, I mean, come on, he's a ninja. I was obsessed with ninja as a kid.
I think top of good, or maybe even Aura Farmer.
I'm not putting him in Aura Farmer because Sonic X, he's kind of a joke. So, I know, sorry about Sonic X reference. That's where most of these are coming from. In Sonic X, all he does is that he tries to turn invisible, sneak into places, and then get speed up. by like the people surrounding him. That's like a gag where he turns invisible and then gets beat up and then fails his mission. So even though he looks cool, he has the aesthetics of a cool character. He's just kind of stoic, and like that's it. He doesn't really have much personality. Even in Sonic Generations, which is the only other game I remember him in, he's just kind of like the stoic badass type.
Yeah, I guess.
I think Sonic Forces.
You were lowering Tails because of that.
Yeah, Tails sucks in. Okay, fine. I'll put Tails in good. Wait, are you happy?
I think vibes only is fair, just in general.
We're
I'm just biased towards
We're talking
Tails.
about aura. Like you have to be, bro. It has to be like. Name a single moment from any of the characters below here that even equals one of Sonic's moments. That's what I'm talking about. Charmy, I'm putting him in auraless above Big. I hate this guy's
Negative
slow
aura.
voice. I'm not putting him negative aura because he is. Okay, negative aura is for people that piss you off. Like a certain edgelord is going in negative aura. I hope you know what it is, but a certain edgelord character,
Yeah.
that's a character that's going in negative aura.
I personally still would put Charmy there, but it's your list.
He's
You can leave
okay.
it in our list.
No, because here's my reasoning. Charmy's a kid, right? He has an excuse for being lame. Like as a kid, we think we're cool, but when you go back in your past moments, you're like, huh, that was probably the cringiest thing I've like ever done in my entire life. You know what I'm saying?
Tails and Cream are children, but they're at least, kind of cool.
Yeah, well, but because like thing is, Charmy is like a person that thinks they're cool. Well, Cream isn't a person that thinks they're cool, so she's just kind of like normal. Like the difference between a guy who thinks he's a cool person and a person who doesn't, who's just cool by natural. Like it's very subtle.
What?
It's not that subtle.
Okay, I'm not putting him in
I
negative
know
order though.
so many people.
Oh, next character. Oh my goodness.
Horrific.
Top of the list, dude. What, you want to start off, or do you want me to go?
I love him.
That's crazy. That's all you have to say.
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna send you a Twitter profile. I don't think you can show it on the video.
Bro, what? Okay, let me just explain the reasoning. Shadow, ultimate life form, one of the fastest creatures in the universe. He still drives a motorcycle. Crazy, right? Has access to chaos control, some of the strongest chaos abilities, still wields a human gun. Like, he does that just to look cool, bro. There's no other reason why he would do that. Has some of the coldest lines in the entire game, in the entire franchise. Like, you have some, like, fake, you're not even fake enough to be the real me. Like, dude's just crazy with it. He speaks crazy to Sonic every interaction, bro. That cutscene in Sonic Adventure 2 when they're just on the elevator ride, they're going back and forth. Peak story writing, in my opinion. Then you have the moment where he shows up with the Bio Lizard, where Sonic and Knuckles are like getting stunned, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, what is this monstrosity?" Shadow just casually walks in like he owns the place. Like, "Don't worry, I'll handle this." Like, this dude is oozing with rawness. All right, I think I got it out of my mouth now. Do you have? Do you have the Twitter post?
I can't find the posts I'm looking for. I found the profile.
Maybe you should turn safe search off.
What?
I could have so many other Sonic. So Shadow gets kind of ruined too, but okay. One of the only characters that doesn't get ruined in like the meta era, sort of, besides in like some annoying animations like Sonic Team Riders. In Sonic Forces, I would say Shadow comes out pretty good. Like he doesn't.
I hated Shadow in all of the 2010s.
Really?
In Generations, he was awful.
Yeah.
In Riders, he was awful.
Sonic X Shadow Generations kind of cures that for me. That's the thing. Like in Sonic.
That wasn't the 2010s. Oh,
okay. You're saying only. I thought you were saying that it makes it go down for you.
Oh no! I'm just saying, like, I don't like anything with Shadow from that era, which is why I never really liked him as much as other people until I replayed Adventure 2 and watched Movie 3, and that reminded me.
Played Sonic X Shadow Generations. Dude, they do so much. Yeah. He has so much ore farming in that one game, bro. It's actually crazy.
Kirk Thornton, I went from hating him to being like, you know what? You're almost as good as all the other voices.
Like, dude's just nutty. The chaos, even the pose he's doing right now, dude, like he's throwing the chaos spear, dude, it's just, he's try-harding. I feel like it should be like a mistake to even put him this high because we're falling for the narrative. But okay, that's fine. I guess. Okay, so I actually feel kind of. Now that we get into Rouge, I actually feel kind of like disgusting for putting Vanilla in no gooning tier, so I'm just gonna put her in like regular like vibes only. Because then I realized if I put Rouge there, it just kind of seems like we're going like any female character is gooning tier, which I'm not trying to give all that vibe. The joke has worn its course. So legitimate thoughts about Rouge.
Honestly, maybe even Aura Farmer.
Wow, that high? Actually, you gotta explain there because I'm thinking about it. In Sonic X Show, she's actually pretty entertaining. Okay, so one thing they do in Sonic X, which is hilarious, is that they play like a sexy saxophone every time he shows up on the screen, and I'm like, this has got to be a form of like sexual harassment, right? Like, is that not crazy? Have you watched the show?
It's its own thing.
Do you watch it?
I just told you I saw it a while ago. I don't remember details. I remember the saxophone.
It's so funny, bro. I'm like, that's gotta constitute as something, bro. Like, you can't get away with that. That's crazy.
But for me, in like Adventure 2, just casually showing up in like Shadow and Eggman's base and being like, I'm working with you now. And the whole point was just to research on Shadow.
Yeah.
And she's like actually successful. Plus in Heroes, when she like, I don't like any of the writing in Heroes, but I do think she's characterized pretty well.
Also, her actions animations are really cool. I like the spitty kick thing.
Yeah.
That's not really character right, but it's just good like character design. Obvious.
Right.
Okay.
Like, yeah, sure, her design is gooner bait, but like whatever, even if you ignore that, I genuinely think she's a great character in the 2000s. I don't really like anything she's in the 2010s, but she's never the focus, so it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, problem with her character is that she doesn't pass the... Actually, no, in some games, there's a video by Isadel? Is that her name? Isadel?
I forgot her name, but I know who you're talking about.
You know the video, yeah. She recently did a video called Which Sonic Characters Passed the Bechdel Test. Rouge is specifically a character for that. That's one of the main flaws, that most of her stuff is referred to other characters, often Shadow. She's kind of like his emotional weight, which is kind of annoying, but she's still a cool character nonetheless. Oh, I forgot to move her down. Is he worse? I put a worse for Cream, because I like Cream is really cool in the anime. Like, just a chill
Personally,
character.
I would lower Cream, but...
Yeah, you want her to be here. No, I'm joking. Okay, I'll put... Is that
I want her to just be the bottom of it. Yeah, that's fine.
Espio is not better. Espio is kind of like, he's kind of a loser, I'm not gonna lie. Like, he has cool design, but doesn't really do anything. Anyway, we can't waste our time. Omega. Now, I'm putting Omega in Aura Farmer, bro. Dude, he's just built from hatred, bro. His entire goal is to just make Dr. Eggman's life as like hellish as possible. Have you heard some of the stuff he said in Sonic 06? Just in general, the lines he has, bro.
I need to replay 06.
He's just like, your empire will crumble beneath me. Like, just spitting like crazy one-liners about how much he hates Dr. Eggman. I forgot why he even hates this guy so much.
I think it's just because he has basically a tortured existence. His entire purpose, like, he has the consciousness of like a living biological person, but he's just kind of forced to be a guard, and that's why he hates Eggman. I think.
Yeah.
Heroes is bad. I haven't played it.
He's like such a reliable character too. Like, he's just like the guy you always you know you can count on. You know that one friend who no matter what's going on you could just count on him. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Oh my gosh, sorry. I just forgot the best line Shadow's ever had. If the world shall become my enemy, then I'll fight back as I always have. Sorry, Glaze came back. It just came back to me. I'm sorry y'all for that.
That was the first one I thought of.
That was like I just came back to me, but it's out of my system now. I promise. Anyway, yeah, Omega, pretty cool, pretty dope character. Just straight violence, the character. But, yeah. Alright, kind of start picking up the pace a bit. Next, we have Silver the Hedgehog. This might be the most controversial one I have in this list, but...
I have a hot take.
What?
Aurelus.
What? Okay, that's crazier, because I don't know him in vibes only. It's like...
I want to put him high. I really want to like Silver. But, like,
what is
his major appearance is getting deceived and throwing temper tantrums.
Okay, people throw this up. They go like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe Silver listened to like Methless." I think that's actually fine. I don't think that's why like he's so lame. Because like, think about it. He's been living his entire life in what's essentially this hellish world. And anybody who says, even if they're lying, like, "Hey, I can make this world better for you. You just gotta listen to what I say." You're not telling me you're gonna say, "Sure, bet." Like, are you?
It's not just that. It's just, I don't know, I think he only has one good character moment, and it's when he's thinking, like, is killing someone to save the world worth it?
That's so funny. But then you have the worst comeback ever from Amy, where it's like, if it's Sonic or the world, I'm choosing Sonic. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that was a bad line.
You're one step away from being Harley Quinn, I'm just saying. She even has the hammer, too. You're very lucky.
Okay, Silver's 3 game appearances are 06, where I think he has one good moment, Forces, where I think he has no good moments, and Generations, where he might have an okay moment.
I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. Loses to Infinite? Okay, I'll stop.
I really want to like Silver. I just think he really needs a redemption. And right now, for me, it's Aurelus vibes only is fine.
Yeah, he's just like, his power is cool, his design is cool, his character is nothing. I get that he's, again, by the way, guys, we haven't seen the comics. I know he's crazy in the comics or something, but this is purely off of games and one person who knows Sonic the X, and Silver is not in Sonic X. So I know
and some of the movies.
Yeah, which he's also not in movies. So I know if comics, he'd probably be like up here for some of y'all, like Comic Silver. But since I haven't seen any of the Sonic comics, then I have no clue of that. Just so you don't kill us in the comment section.
But the next character is going up there.
Yeah, Ore Farmer or Orific?
Horrific.
Okay, here's the thing. So Blaze the Cat in Sonic Rush, crazy character. How are you in heels and running as fast, if not as faster than like Sonic the Hedgehog? Like, that's insane. I would say Blaze is the first female character of Sonic who's like actually her own person, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like, she's not tied to any of the pre-established lore, mostly because she's from another dimension. And everything about her is just sick. Like, her whole thematic differences with Sonic, her whole firepower with Sonic's wind, the fact that Sonic breakdances as like his main moveset, Blaze does ballerina moves. I don't know if you've seen this dichotomy, but it's like a pretty cool thread in Sonic Rush. Like, she feels like the actual antithesis to Sonic. Oh, another cool thing about her is that she has a super calm and sublime demeanor when it's like normal, but when things get serious, she starts to become more laid back and chill. While Sonic is the opposite. When Sonic is like in a normal state of mind, he's more chill and laid back. But as things become more serious, he becomes more stern and stoic. It's just a really cool dichotomy. Plus, her character design is absolutely sick. Like, amazing. I don't know how they got Big the Cat from the cat idea, but man, how some characters have to fall so others can rise. Then there's other games where am I the only one who thinks Blaze is good in Sonic 06? Like, do you think that?
I think she's fine. I don't think she's bad or good.
I mean, her whole sacrifice, again, she is mainly for like, it doesn't make any sense why she's there, but she is kind of just like the sacrificial limb for Silver. The fact that she doesn't talk to Amy at all in the entire game is quite hilarious to me. Like, that's just funny. And then what's her other major appearances? Because those two appearances herself make her really cool. Oh, Sonic and the Murder Express. I haven't played fully through that game. I just know the general ideas of what it is. But yeah, she's also cool in that game from what I played. But yeah, that's why I can't put her in Orbific, because she doesn't have enough showings. But if you can argue for it, then be my guest.
I just think she's really cool. Thus, but I guess everyone else has like a defining moment.
All right, Maroon. Don't know about this character at all. Haven't played Sonic Rush Adventure.
Yeah, I want to play Adventure. It sounds like a game I would really like. I just haven't.
What? You haven't played Sonic Adventure? Okay, that was cringe. Get out! She looks like Six the Badger. I know she's like supposed to be a replacement for Cream, but I literally know nothing about her, sadly. Get the hook. I'm tempted to put this guy in negative or I'm not gonna lie. Like, this dude, the dude sucks. Okay, he's not negative or that's a bit crazy. I'll put him in Orless. Bro is talking mess to Sonic the entire race. He has to cheat to beat him in Sonic Riders. Then when they have an actual race in Babylon Garden, Sonic smokes him when he has no experience and Jet has had all the experience in the world.
Negative aura.
How sad.
Use that tier.
Only reason
you have the tier, but you're not using it.
The only reason I don't is because I think Jet has one cool moment in Zero Gravity when he's fighting against Eggman. That moment was actually really cool. When he switches side, like, that was really cool. He's like, let's race to this base. They're literally saying, let's race to, like, Eggman's base to see who can take him out first. That's pretty cool. But his shrill voice is annoying. The fact that he gets out-ordered by somebody in his own sport, like, that's kind of crazy. Like, how did Sonic do that to you? Yeah, it's what it is. You say negative aura, I'd say Orless. Because, like, think about it. Orless is for a character that has no redeeming qualities. Like, they're just pure trash. And I think you know which character is going in that tier. Gotta move on. Wave, I'd put Wave in, like, Orless as well. In fact, all of them are pretty Orless, I gotta say. Storm is just, like, a worse Knuckles. Like, Storm is Knuckles' characterization in the 2010s. Oh my gosh. Storm is just Knuckles in the 2010s, but without any of the cool charming stuff. Wave is just girl on their team who cheats and puts a bomb on Sonic's plant. She has an argument with Amy, which is pretty funny, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. And it's not that I don't know anything about her, it's that all her showings make her seem like petty and lame.
All I can think of is the fan dub, because the only Riders game I've played is Free Riders, and I remember nothing about it.
You played the worst one? That's the only one?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. Only reason we're not putting Gmeryl, by the way, is because we're waiting for Emerl. If Emerl's not on this list, I don't think he is on this list. Yeah, Emerl's not on this list.
I see him. He is.
Wait,
I just saw him. He is.
Here? Okay. You want to rank him now? Since I don't know why these are two separate. Like, this is just a super
I literally have no opinion.
I put him in 5. In the show Sonic X, he's kind of just like a cute little robot guy, and then he turns into murder mode, tries to beat up everyone. He beats up Sonic, Knuckles, and Rouge at the same time. That's pretty crazy. Then Sonic Battle, he's the ultimate he's the final boss. That's what his form is with. He's just a vibe. He's just a robot that's tragically destroyed by the chaos energy from Eggman. He's a lesser version of another robot on this list. That's what I'll say. Orbot Child is the first negative aura. Do I need to explain myself?
Nope.
Yep, no one likes Orbot Child. And first, we have another horrific. Do you agree with that?
I was gonna say Farmer. I don't know about horrific.
Okay. No, Eggman's crazy though, bro. Eggman's
He's had enough cringe moments.
I get it. I've seen this guy in his underwear before. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I gotta put him in Ore Farm. Probably at the top of Ore Farmer then if that's the case.
Yeah.
This dude, his theme song, bro. I'm plotting my schemes wherever I go. They're perfect in every way.
Pulling a gun on Amy is hilarious in
Dude,
the games. I know he like actively shoots in the comics, but
he does everything for the theatrics. What do you mean you made your own logo and purposely puts them on your thing as a marking brand so that people can track you? Like, crazy. What do you mean you pretend to be losing so you can capture Supersonic and suck his energy out of him? Like, this dude is just so dramatic for no reason, bro. It's so crazy. Don't even get me started on movie Eggman, who is like one of the funniest characters I've seen on screen before. Like, which movie do you think Eggman, like Jim Carrey's Eggman, was the best in? Sonic 3, 2, or 1?
I liked him most in Sonic 2, personally.
I actually would say 1. I don't remember him that much in 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2 are close. 3, it was just a little too much.
Yeah, they're just kind of goofball, and then Gerald's like, by the way, I want to kill everyone. And then he just goes back to being a goofball.
Exactly. Okay, I'm not going to go into that right now, but yeah, I just...
It's like
that lowered Sonic 3 by a whole point for me.
So funny, bro. The switch up is crazy. But yeah, Eggman's a cool character. Like, he's an iconic video game villain. What would you say is his coolest appearance? Ignoring forces.
Come on.
Yeah, Adventure 2 dude was horrific. Holds a gun up to Amy. He's like, how'd you know that was a fake cast symbol? Goes to his mic, because you just told me, Tails. Bro was gonna end his ops in space. Like, he was not playing, bro. Dude was
blows
not
up
playing.
the moon just to be like, hey guys, you should fear me.
I'm pissing on the moon. Oh my gosh, yeah. Dude's crazy. Also, Sonic Unleashed is pretty cool. Builds his own empire.
I don't see why people criticize Eggman because of him in Unleashed. I get that cutscene at the end of the game was him being goofy, but that was like after you beat the game.
This might be Sonic Lost World where he beats up the Zeddy. Even though that moment came out of nowhere, it was kind of horrible. You know the moment I'm talking about where they're in the ice world in Frozen Factory, where Eggman's like, I
don't remember.
I will burn your world to ashes and make you watch, and he breaks the ice wall with his bare hands.
Some of Eggman is preserved until the end of the game where he's just the real final boss. He was the villain all along.
Yeah, Sonic Lost World, Sonic Heroes, and Sonic Forces dragged down him to Ore Farmer. If it wasn't for those 3 games, I'd put him in Horrific. But like, bro, Sonic Forces destroyed him. Oh my gosh. Thinking about Sonic Forces just gives me an aneurysm. We're moving on. Metal Sonic. Okay, this is funny because I think Metal Sonic's horrific. And I think I'd be shot in the street if I said he wasn't by my fans. What do you think? Okay, so problem is...
Protect your fans? Okay. But
no. It's not just that. Its problem is because Metal Sonic is so cool, but you have to go for outside stuff to see why he's cool. Like, every moment outside the video games, this guy's he's just ore farming, bro. First of all, you have Temporal Duality. That song with just look up Temporal Duality. It's a Sonic CD cover. That dude makes him sound like the craziest menace of all time. Then you have movie Metal Sonic, the animated movie. Dude was going crazy. Yeah. Metal Sonic was going crazy in the game. He literally let himself die. He's like, there can only be one of us. What? Like, is that not crazy, bro? There can only be one of us. Then you have the iconic scene. You may not know everything I'm going to do. That doesn't matter because I know everything you're going. Like, that one movie raised him up to like horrific for me.
Personally, because I really only remember the games, at least for Metal Sonic. I only think good, but I don't know. Y'all know way more stuff about Metal Sonic than I do.
I know some of the comic stuff. Yeah, some of the comic stuff. Also, you have Metal Overlord, who was talking crazy to Shadow in Sonic X Shadow Generation. Like, he was talking smack to Shadow.
That lowers him for me. His voice was so goofy.
What?
I am now the true Sonic, the true Ultimate Life Form.
Okay, he didn't sound like that.
He did.
Okay, I don't think. Okay, bro. Whatever, dude. Metal Virus.
Let's see how you last on such unstable terrain.
hey, bro, why you make him sound like has cancer?
That's a genuine impression of how he sounded to me.
Okay.
I don't know. That lowered him for me, but CD is just so cool.
Yeah, see Sonic, dude, that Temporal Valley, the movie. Yeah, dude. Oh, also Sonic Heroes. He's like the best part of Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, he's pretty good, but I've only played like half of one campaign of Heroes because it's not a good game.
More negative aura. You disagree?
No, Cubot's an aura farmer.
Okay, bro. No, they're trash. They're trash. Okay, so Orbot is good in Sonic Unleashed, but that is one appearance compared to Colors, Lost World, Forces. You are literally henchmen meant to keep the guy in check, but you're built incompetently. How is that even possible?
Can we at least put Omochao beneath them?
No, Omochao is at least adorable, but these guys are just annoying. Like, I hate them. I just want to claw my eye. I want to claw my eyes out every time. Okay, I'll put Orbot above Omochao and make it like a sandwich. Orbot, Omochao, then Cubot. Is that good?
Deal.
But they're just so stupid. Like Cubot's saying, "If Tails dies, can I become your new best friend?" Why would you even be programmed to say that? What? Like, come on, bro. That's so stupid. I'm not ranking any enemies or Wisp, by the way, guys. We're not ranking any enemies or Wisp.
I think you should just not put them in the list because that'll really expand the list.
I like expand. I'm not gonna make the joke. Never mind. I'm gonna cut that out.
The only one that I would rank at all is Frenzy.
Oh, Frenzy and Frenzy and Electric. Frenzy and Electric have crazy designs. Okay.
Eagle in concept is pretty cool, but I think that's just because I like eagles in general.
Oh yeah. All right, we have the Echidna tribe. All I know is the one angry, like, conservative fellow who's like, "No, we need to use Chaos energy for evil reasons." Yeah.
Pachacamac.
That's his name? I didn't know he had a name.
Yeah,
I actually didn't know he had a name.
Well, I only know his name because of the Knuckles series.
Oh.
He's voiced by the guy from Back to the Future, which is kind of crazy.
I heard in my comment section, they said Knuckles' show might be the worst piece of television they've ever watched in their life. Like, that was one of the comments I had on, like, Sonic 3 poll.
Okay, it's bad, but it's not, like, gouge your eyes out bad. It's, like, the worst of the movie verse, but even then, that's not saying much.
Okay. Anyway, is Orless? Can I put on Orless? Because I don't know, like, he's just kind of lame. Generic bad guy.
Generic bad guy is like, I'm gonna commit colonialism and then dies in the process. Yeah, Orless.
Tikal, she's a vibe. I like her design. She
just isn't enough to be above vibes.
Yeah, her only purpose is just to be like chaos, like sealed inside of her and be inside the Master Emerl. That's literally all she does. She's like a tutorial character. She's less on the ears than Omochao. Like, I would much like it if she was just like the permanent tutorial instead of Omochao. But yeah, she's just kind of a vibe. Now we have more. Okay, I'm not putting in. This is like the same.
Wait, oh, that's Pachacamac. That's Pachacamac.
I'm putting them in like no opinion. I put Pachacamac in here. Chaos.
Can we just rank Chaos in general?
Yeah, I'm not ranking. Hell, heck no, I'm not putting all those forms on here. Good. I don't
either
know.
High good or low or
like,
farmer.
He doesn't speak at all, but he's crazy in the game. Like, he
doesn't need to speak.
Yeah, he doesn't need. That's the thing that makes him so cool. He destroys Eggman's ship. Like, it's perfect chaos. Eggman's like, okay, we're gonna stop you. And he just destroys the egg carrier in one blast. That's pretty crazy. Then we have him fighting all Sonic's teams. I don't know if you've seen the anime, but like his fight with Knuckles and Sonic in the anime, it's just like so cool because they're like, oh wait, this guy's actually becoming a threat. He's kind of like Spot from Spider-Verse. You know, Spider-Man, Spider. Oh wait, yeah, of course, it's one of your favorite movies.
Crazy comparison.
You know, the villain who starts off as not a threat, but then slowly over time they get more and more like scary because they become more powerful.
Yeah, I agree with Chaos placement.
That's kind of what Chaos is to me.
It would be nice to see him in more than one good game.
But he's such a good villain because he's like a representation of like destruction and the ills that come with obtaining power. Eggman made the same mistake that the Echidna tribe made, trying to obtain ultimate power for selfish reasons. And Chaos is kind of like the counter to that.
Eggman 2. Eggman 2 in the last cutscene.
Oh yeah, he does beat up Knuckles and Eggman. I forgot about that. But he just beats up. He just straight up like overpowers him.
But we agree that even though he was good in an adventure, he was even better in Forces.
Chaos. Oh, you're
he
joking.
Showed up in a cutscene.
Oh, you're joking. You're joking. Okay, I was like,
jumped on him once, and then he died.
By the way, Tails was scared of him. Dude, I think I could beat up Chaos Zero. Do you think you could beat up Chaos Zero? Like if you had a weapon?
No. No.
Bro. Nah,
I'd at least put up more of a fight than Forces Tails.
Yeah, like, you're not gonna just cower in fear, right? It's a puddle. Like, okay, whatever. Just attack its brain with something sharp. I'm pretty sure that would knock it away.
it could probably shrink by the time you like try.
Yeah, you're probably too slow to hit it. Like, I'm not trying to be a power scaler, but we would all be too slow to hit him. But I'm not like getting scared of it. Like, what is he gonna do? Drown me?
You are a power scaler.
Cuts the violence. Cuts to me violently being choked to death. Okay, Zero. I don't have an opinion on Zero. I would put him in negative aura, but I genuinely don't. Like, he's a robot. I don't have an opinion on him.
Yeah, let's just rank Gamma.
Horrific. Okay, so it's weird because like
not horrific.
He's not horrific in terms of aura, but he is insanely good in terms of character writing. Like one of the best written characters in the Sonic series, in my opinion.
I think his current placement is fine.
Because think about, dude,
I don't like his design that much, but
it's not aura farm. The problem is it's not aura farming, but it's good character writing. Do we consider good character writing horrific or no?
Well, cool is like the main factor for me, but it's not like.
Okay, so I guess I'll put him in top of good. Because, like, in terms of character writing, best written character. Go watch my Sonic, best scene in every Sonic game to see why Gamma is so good. I'm not going to go through a whole video essay, but yeah. Dude is one of the best written characters, and he stays dead. That's the craziest part, is that he stays dead. Now, Beta is a beta male. He's fine antagonist. He's just like an evil version of Gamma who's like trying to be loyal. If you don't know, Beta's the guy you lose to at the beginning of Gamma's story in Sonic Adventure. I might be getting that wrong. Please don't execute me.
I don't think we should rank any of the other Adventure 1 robots.
No, because Beta actually has a personality. Some of them have personalities. I just don't remember them too well.
Sure, Beta, but I don't mean like the other ones.
Yeah, I'm not ranking his forms. The Epsilon, Alpha. Wait, doesn't
the only one I remember is Epsilon.
I remember the purple one. The purple one, does he have like a personality or no?
Purple guy? No, I'm kidding. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. Flickies. Bro, why are Flickies on the list? What the?
They're literally just, I don't know.
Is this Mechasonic?
It's Mechasonic, yeah.
I don't, no robot. What are these characters? What?
Again, just leave them at the...
No, I have to because I don't want to make too much
Gerald Robotnik.
And Gerald Robotnik. Why is... Okay, no, Maria's separate. Ooh. Okay, Gerald might be an ore farmer. So movie Gerald sucks.
Cutscene.
Go ahead.
I was praying Jim Carrey would say all of those ungrateful humans. Unfortunately, he didn't.
Yeah, movie Gerald would go down here for me. But video game Gerald, I would say he's like good. I'll put him in good. Also put him down here because like he's 5 million. But anyway, so video game Gerald is such a good antagonist because like one, he's insane, but it also makes sense why he's insane. He's not just an evil villain. He's evil because government killed his daughter. Like that's pretty traumatic. That you can see in his cutscene. You can see his crazy writings on the wall showing him doing the calculations for the Eclipse Cannon and the plan to get revenge on humanity. Like his hatred in that one cutscene where he's just talking, the voice acting it goes unironically like fire.
I think you're exaggerating a little.
Like it's Oscar award winning. Okay, I'll stop. It's good for the time. It still has some hiccups like the
for the time, yeah.
For the volume, like there's volume problems with it, but like that cutscene with Gerald just talking. Interrupt me again and see what happens. Nah, I'm joking. So yeah, like I was saying, movie Gerald sucks. He's kind of like goofy the entire movie. Then it's just like, by the way, I hate everyone and want to kill you. And then he goes back to being goofy. Just so weird. But we're not here for movie rankings. Okay, Maria. Maria is vibes only. Vibes only is just a category of characters who are harmless, but they're not lame either. She's just kind of like the emotional punching bag for Shadow.
Yeah, I don't think she really had a significant character in anywhere other than movie 3. Again, I didn't play Shadow the Hedgehog.
Movie 3 Maria is pretty good.
Yeah, movie 3 Maria is definitely like high-end good.
The visual storytelling in that scene, like the visual storytelling in those scenes, bro, oh my goodness, so good. If only the dialogue wasn't cringe, but that's a different issue. Move on. We have Chow from the shop. We have Chow from another shop. We have Chow with 30... Okay, I'm gonna stop putting these on the list because it's getting too big. So hello, ad. Thank you for that ad. Dude,
the president, I think, goes in top tier. Unironically better candidate than anyone we've had in the past, like...
Oh yeah, wait, actually, yeah, dude's probably like, this president would be like walking circles around any presidential candidate we have nowadays. I don't remember Shadow the Hedgehog.
This dude is standing up to Dr. Eggman, okay?
Like, what? That's crazy.
Okay,
the fan dubs with him are hilarious. Like, they always say something crazy with him as a voice actor. What were you gonna say?
If we're actually gonna seriously rank it, vibes only or auraless, but I do think it's funny that, like, nowadays, maybe he is a really good character.
Yeah, he's like unironically one of the best presidents. He does get assassinated by Shadow. That's the only thing I remember is that he gets killed by Shadow. It's like Adventure 2 cutscene where Sonic just hops in his limo, but that's like aura farming for Sonic. That's not really aura farming for him.
But he was like holding his ground against Eggman in that scene.
Oh yeah, where Eggman's trying to use him as leverage. Like, dude cooks, but
Modern politicians could never.
I'm not putting him above Vector. That's a little insane. Chow. Oh wait, no, wrong. Ghost enemy. I had nightmares about this thing, so I guess that's pretty awful if you give a kid nightmares. But that's it.
King boom boom.
Orless. I hate this boss. He's so lame. Bio Lizard though. Bio Lizard's good. Yeah, Bio Lizard's good. Dude, he's such a menacing boss. I'm counting him with the final hazard, by the way.
Menacing, but he did not like get
below chaos
at all.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even pretend like he did. But he's so cool. His design, his music, dude, the boss. All he is just a failed version. His backstory is tragic, by the way. You know what he is? If you read the logs in Sonic X Shadow Generations, you find out that the Bio Lizard was just a normal-sized turtle, but then Gerald Robotnik was trying to do experiments on him to figure out how to cure Maria. So he accidentally made him large, but the Bio Lizard had a unique mutation that he needed to carve out. So he put him on the life. The thing on his back is his life support. He's constantly in agony. Like, is that not messed up, bro?
I mean, it is. I don't see how that adds aura to him, though.
Tragic. I mean, I was gonna say something crazy. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Next character is. Why are there 2 Gammas in here? What is this thing? What?
That might be the generic Sonic Adventure 2 enemy from the Pyramid level.
Oh. Also, we have Neo Metal. Again, when we say Metal Sonic, I count all the Metal Sonics. So Neo Metal, Metal Overlord. What the heck even is this?
You can't defeat me.
Oh, Plant. Plant has got to be an Orbific, bro. Plant has got to be an Orbific. I don't know what that is, bro.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Oh, is that Cosmo? That's messed up.
Wait, no, that's no way it's Cosmo. Cosmo has to be on the list normally. If they did that, I would actually, I might dox the people who made this list. Where's Cosmo? No, don't do Cosmo like that. That's crazy.
There's no way.
There's no way that's Cosmo. No, that's insane. Is that actually Cosmo? Bro. That's so disrespectful. Oh my goodness. I mean, realistically speaking, I'm gonna pretend like this is Cosmo because that's just more hilarious. I would just put her in like good tier. She's nothing more than like a generic love interest. Okay, not generic. She has character. She's like a spy for the Metarex unwillingly. She's secretly like a super plant species that's almost extinct, and she's able to take out the Metarex. But most people remember her for her romance with Tails. Do you remember? Oh wait, you don't watch Sonic X. What do I keep saying? Do you? We have Dumai or Negative Aura. Dumai is like, he's a whiny brat, bro. Like, do you hear some of his dialogues in the game? He's like, Shadow, what are you doing? You can't beat up our people. It's like, bro, aren't you supposed to be like the head henchman? What do you think about Devil Doom?
I think it's just Black Doom.
Oh, he is just Black Doom? Talking through a guy? It's not a different person?
Yeah. Yeah.
If that's the case, then... If that's the case. Okay. You think Devil Doom is lame? I think he's just lame. Like, he's a lame villain.
I mean, yeah.
I'll put him in Orless. I'm not gonna put him in. I'm not gonna put him in Negative Aura. I'll put him in Orless. Problem is, dude always goes like, Shadow, you're going all according to my plan. And Shadow just bogs him every scene. Like, Shadow's just like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. And he's like, what? You can't do that. And then he does that. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, how are you getting mogged this badly? Like, isn't he made of you? Why does Shadow have so much more sauce than you? It's just one of those things. A lot of characters I don't care about. Okay, Elise. What do you say, Elise?
Negative Aura.
Are you serious? I don't care. I'll put her in Negative Aura. Wait, why do you hate Elise so much? Because I have no opinion on her. I'll put her in no opinion, to be honest.
Name something she does.
She tries not to cry, and she cries.
She gets kidnapped 4 times.
Her and Amy bond over the fact about how hot Sonic is.
That doesn't pass the Bechdel test.
I know, that was the joke. That was the joke. She talks about how she doesn't want the world to end because of how much she wants to have sex with Sonic.
I don't think you can include that in the video.
Dude, what? I said way worse in this channel. What do you have to say?
I wholeheartedly agree.
Like, she's the Princess Peach of the Sonic universe when Sonic didn't need a Princess Peach. That's
Don't disrespect Princess Peach by comparing her to Elise.
Alright, next character is Mephiles. Mephiles might be an horrific. What do you say?
Mephiles is overrated in my opinion, but he's still pretty high.
Dude is so nasty with it. He's like, I compare it to like, I was gonna say he's like a Loki character, but he's like a mix of a manipulator, and like a I'll do it myself type of guy. Like, he just wants to rule the world in like Eternal Darkness with Iblis and combine with him into Solaris. But the reason I put him in horrific is because you played this boss fight in Sonic X Shadow Generations, right?
Yes.
His boss fight, dude gave him so much sauce. He's talking crazy to Shadow. Like the voice acting for him in that boss fight came as such a huge surprise to me. I did not expect him to be that crazy.
The boss was just a bit too easy.
Talking about, I'm going to erase you from existence. You're gonna wish for like just crazy lines, but then he dies, and you don't see him again. Okay, maybe I'll put an Aura Farmer. Maybe Aurific's too much because Metal Sonic is horrific.
Yeah,
Aura Farmer it's more decent. Because I don't think he's above Eggman. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Elise's father. I'm putting him in no opinion. Just another form.
I think he's horrific.
All right, Eggman nigga. What do you have to say about him?
Do not say that again.
I said Eggman nigga. That's his name.
Yeah, the way I heard you go up to the mic sounded a little differently. I haven't played a game with him. I have no opinion. He just seems like slightly more. He's
just lame. He's just lamer, Eggman. I don't know. His name is hilarious. I'm putting Orla stuff. His name is hilarious. Like, bro, what were they thinking? Why would they name their character that? All right, what do you think of Iblis? I'm putting him in no opinion. He's like the worst version of Chaos and BioLizard.
The problem with Iblis is he has no character.
Yeah, even Chaos has some personality.
Cool. He could be cool, but he just kind of like is the thing you fight.
He's the Marvel boss, the Act 3 Marvel boss, and he has so many forms. Why does his final form look like the Triforce, like Crescent? Like
it's the Soliana symbol. I think Solaris is actually like a little higher. Unless you don't want to rank him because he's just an enemy.
Yeah, he's just the final boss. I don't even know what he represents. He's just like evil, and it's gonna eat all timelines.
So Solaris is kind of like a mix of the devil and like a light god. But all of 06's enemies are based on different parts of all of the monotheistic religions, which is why I really like 06's like symbolism a lot.
That's why it's Wyvern. Oh wow, I didn't even think about that. That's actually crazy. You have Cerberus boss, the dog fight. You have the Wyvern. I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so like Solaris itself is kind of like the devil, whereas I forgot what Iblis was supposed to be. I think it's something from the Quran, and then Mephiles, you know, like Mephistopheles.
Just gonna go ahead and put these two in Orphic. Don't need to explain myself.
What's that? Oh yeah, of course.
Sonic Man and talking pigeon. I don't even know if that pigeon talks. I have no clue if he talks. All right,
I don't know the pigeon, but Sonic Man stays up there.
Yeah. Next character is Shara from Sonic and the Secret Rings. She's just a good.
I've not played this game. Go ahead.
She's basically, so her whole thing is that it's very, very implied that she's in an abusive relationship with the Erazor Djinn. That's why she betrays Sonic at the end of the game, because basically Erazor Djinn's like, I told you to get those rings from me, and then Sonic's like, why would I give you the rings? But he's actually talking to Shara, not Sonic. And it comes as a huge twist. And everything that Erazor Djinn just does, it's like, it's a kid's game, so they can't say it, but it's very obvious. Like her personality.
I know. Sorry, go ahead.
So her personality clashes well with Sonic, because she's like super shy, submissive, very worried about everything, and Sonic is very much not. He's the only character who could be like, my heart's gonna burn in like 3 days if I don't get this guy who's crazy what he wants. Sounds like a challenge. Like, he's the only character that can pull that off. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the only cutscene with her that I know about is the one that I send to people when I beat them in Smash.
Oh, the handkerchief? The handkerchief. Yeah, everyone criticizes that. I don't know why. It's a beautiful scene.
It's funny.
They're like, it's corny. It's corny. While they're watching a blue hedgehog talk to a fairy goddess.
It's funny out of context, but like knowing the context, it actually is pretty strong.
Mm-hmm. Now we have Erazor Djinn, one of the cooler villains. Sonic, dude is planning on destroying like the world of Arabian Nights just because he can. I put an Aura Farmer. He's under Mephiles, but his boss theme where he's like, every single drop of all you've got, every single bit of all you have, dude, that boss theme it goes crazy. His final fight with Sonic, even though they play seven rings in hand the entire game, so you're probably sick of that to that point. It's just so. It's just like it's just so cool. Like fighting in a midnight chapel, like in the palace at midnight, as you see the full moon in the background. What a way to set the scene. And then he's just like demanding things from Sonic, like he owns the place. Very menacing, very scary villain. We have Chip. What do you have to say about Chip? I'm not ranking any of the other characters from Sonic and the Secret Rings, by the way. They're just generic. They're not generic, but they're just versions of the main cast. Like Alibaba,
I love Chip.
He's just.
I love Chip. He has only vibes.
Okay, no. He's at higher in the vibes. Because you think at the end of the game, Sonic Unleashed, when he actually.
That's in good. Go down.
Oh, no, I'm not putting him in vibe. Oh, that's stupid. Oh, no, he's in good tier. Because he's not annoying.
A lot of people dislike him being annoying, and I disagree, but I get it.
He's so
I will
cool.
say the one scene I like of him is when he turns into the guy Colossus.
But not only
at
that,
least in terms of aura. But not even that. Like, he's like, I'll always be by you.
the Sonic character, like the
That's
ending.
not aura. That's just cool writing.
It's sad though. Okay, fine. I'll put him in. I'll put him under Tails. How about that?
Yeah.
But like, it's just so. Yeah, I guess this is only aura moment. But you just said it was not an aura tier list, so I don't know what you keep swapping. Whatever.
You said it was. This is your list. This is your video. I'm the guest.
I'm gonna change the rules to fit my agenda, okay? Alright, next character is...
Dude, sounds accurate to what's going on.
Ice Cream Man. I'm not ranking Ice Cream Man from Sonic Unleashed.
Dude, Ice Cream Man is my goat. He was
Professor
actually
Pickle?
my roommate back in college.
A grown man sitting with a minor? That makes sense. No comment.
I'm not a minor.
I was waiting for you to say something. Alright, Pickle, Professor Pickle, he's just in vibes only. I'll put him above Maria because, like, he's funny.
I like him, yeah.
His name is funny, Professor
He
Pickle.
gives you hints. He gives you hints for giving him souvenirs. What a goat.
Yeah, he's like a cool professor. Like, you want him as your teacher. He might ask you to read into a problem or something like that. Hint, hint.
Sorry. That's an inside joke between us.
Dark Gaia is just a worse version of Bio Lizard and Chaos. Where did I put Iblis? Yeah, I put him in same. Oh,
Iblis, I don't think you ranked.
Yeah. I just put. They're just generic monsters. Like, do you think of anything? Can you think of anything they have or no?
I mean, the cutscene where Dark Gaia transforms is cool, but, like, again, not really a character.
Get past Metal Sonic's transformation. Okay, I'll stop. We have the ghost from that one Unleashed short. If the Gunnar tier was still here, I would put her in there. But for now, I'll just put her in, like... I'll put her in Auralist. She doesn't do anything. Do you know the ghost I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
It's not Rizless, it's Auralist.
Yeah, well, I guess you're right. So, I'll put her in good. I'm putting these simps in Auralist.
Put them in negative.
Yeah, I put them negative. I'll put her in Auralist. Because, like, they are sad, bro. Like, they are arguing over... It's just bad. Watch the short, guys. If you see the short, you'll know what I'm talking about. They get scared by, like, Sonic transformations in Werehog. It's, like, hilarious how loser they are. They beat up a guy just because they made them look dorkish. Like, how bad do you have to be? You have these Ghost Juniors from the other animated short that I don't think you've seen. So you don't
know that one.
So the studio that made the cutscene, they made other animations. I think they made this animation just so that they can, not starve to death. So if you want to see that, you can see that one. Okay. Next one's Caliburn. Caliburn was talking crazy in Sonic and the Black Knight. Yeah, okay. Warning, I'm gonna glaze every character in Sonic and Black Knight, alright? Just so y'all can be prepared for that. Caliburn was talking crazy to Sonic. I put him above Chaos. The way he, like, talks nasty to Sonic is so entertaining. Like, they're dynamic, where he's like, you're just Knave the Hedgehog, because he doesn't respect Sonic's knighthood, until the final version of the game, where he's like, actually, Sonic, you are pretty rad. I'm going to sacrifice myself to save your life. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I've not played the game. Well, I did when I was younger, but I didn't play anything, so... Yeah,
Sonic and Black Knight has possibly the best Sonic story, like, in video games. You can watch my video on it.
That I know.
Merlina?
You've already yapped me enough.
Merlina, I don't care what anyone says, going in horrific tier. I love this character so much, bro. She is such a good villain, bro. One of the best Sonic villains ever. Like, the fact that her leitmotif gets built up from the beginning of the game, how she goes like, why are flowers blooming, knowing that they're destined to wither? Like, everything about her was so well made. It's so genius. Then you have the moment where she transforms into, like, the Dark Witch. So crazy. She beats up Sonic to a pulp, like, pretty badly. I don't know if you've seen that cutscene, but that's, like, the worst I've seen him get beat up in, like, a game. That's how I expected him to look at Sonic Forces when they said he's been tortured for weeks. Like, Merlina's just a crazy good villain. And then the cutscene at the end where she's like, Sonic is like, listen, Merlina, I know life, he's like, every world comes to its end. I know that sounds sad, but that's why we gotta live life to the fullest. One of the best moments, not just in Sonic, but, like, one of my favorite story moments, period. Like, peak fiction. Go watch that cutscene. Go watch my video on it, actually. Just such a good villain, bro. I assume you have no objections because you haven't seen the game.
To be honest, this whole time, I've been imagining the nerd emoji over you.
All right, that's another pipe bomb sent to your mailbox. You're at 3 at this point.
Yay!
All right, we have not loser Orbot. I'm not gonna rank not loser Orbot. We have King Arthur. King Arthur's a good twist villain, but he's not really interesting. I put him in that Shara tier where he's not, like, interesting either way. I still can't get over that Cosmos represents a plant. That's so crazy to me. She's a plant, bro. That's psychotic.
We might have missed it, but I don't know. I didn't see it.
Anyway, yeah, King Arthur, he's a good villain. Not really that interesting. Like, he talks a little bit crazy to Sonic, but he dies in, like, the halfway point of the game. Not really that important.
I'm sorry. I thought I just saw the gummy bear.
All right, I'm gonna skip all these characters. Oh wait, no. Oh, here's the problem. One of the problem is Train. I didn't rank the Sonic and the Secret Rings alternate characters, but I want to rank the Sonic and the Black Knight ones because I glaze Sonic and the Black Knight like crazy. You think I should just skip them both because I didn't rank the Sonic and the Secret Rings characters. I think that's fair.
I don't care.
I'm thinking. Nah, because when I think about it, the only thing that's interesting, Sir Gawain, which is Knuckles, Sir Gawain threatens to kill himself. Sir Percival is just like she's shown to like Sonic, which is just like Sonic Blaze shipping bait. And I forgot what Shadow does. I even forgot what Shadow's name is. Sir Lancelot. Sir Lancelot, he's just generic cool guy. Not really special. And then these two characters aren't even in the game, they're just like party mode characters. They just have their cool design.
I still think it's funny that Knuckles is Sir Gawain.
Sir Gawain.
It's Gawain.
I will kill you. Anyway, Mother Wish.
Dude, I took British literature, it's Gawain.
Yeah, I know. That's not how they pronounce it, though. They pronounce it Gawain.
Are you saying Sonic the Hedgehog is more right than, like, the authors of UK literature?
Alright, everyone in my comment section, let's show them how we do things around here. Mother Wish, do we rank her? I don't even remember Sonic DS. I know Sonic Colors DS. Low-key has better level design than Sonic Colors regular, which is hilarious to me. But I don't know anything else other than that. I might play it today, actually.
We don't rank her.
Alright, let's get on to the Deadly Six. I'm not kidding you. I'm putting all these people in Orless.
Horrific. Wait, sorry. The master one, put him in horrific.
Okay, I'll put him in vibes only. I'm not putting him in horrific though. You're insane.
Yeah. Okay.
He's the coolest one, but like, dude, there's like, what was Sega thinking? They still keep putting them in games, by the way. Like, people care about them.
Can we put the emo one in a new tier that's like drained aura from others?
All right. Xena is just generic girl character. I'll put her in the Gunnar tier if she was still there. Zavok, Sega thinks Zavok is cool, but like, what is interesting about Zavok? Dude is like the worst leader. He has zero personality. Zaz is actually pretty funny. Like, I actually like Zaz, even though he's just crazy one. The fat guy's annoying too. But like, Zavok is like aggravating because Zavok is the character that Sega thinks everyone likes, but like, I don't. So it's just annoying when I see him come up in more games. I hope that makes sense to you. And then I forgot his name. Master Zik? Master Zik is the coolest one, like, unironically, even though he is just a racist stereotype. All right, next up, we have a bunch of comic characters. Okay, what do you think of Styx?
No impression.
So going purely off of Boom, I'll put her a good tier. She's better than, like, Espio. Only because of the TV show, and only because I've seen the TV show. If it wasn't for this, she would probably be in, like, at the bottom of vibes only. But since I've seen the TV show, she's pretty entertaining in that. Her dialogue is hilarious in that show. Like, I don't know if you watch Sonic Boom show. It's unironically, like, one of the funniest cartoons. It's pretty good. You should definitely give it a watch. I know you watched Sonic Prime, right?
I've seen clips of Boom. I haven't seen, like... I didn't sit down and watched it.
Oh, there's a bunch of memes in it. So I'm not gonna go too much into it. There's a skit where there's like a Sonic fan who kidnaps him, and he's trying to write like his erotic like smut fan fiction about Sonic.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Like the show is psychotic. There's also the feminist clip for Knuckles, which is also one of the funniest jokes in the show. Bunch of comic characters. What do you think of the Avatar?
He's got no personality.
But he's your Sonic. He's like, we could do this together. We're Sonic's best friend. Yeah, no.
Double boost.
Worst mechanic in the game. Time Eater. So Time Eater has aura from the poster of Sonic X Generations, but that's literally it.
And that's it.
That's the only horrific moment he has, and it's not even in the game. He's just kind of a generic boss. Same with Iblis and Dark Gaia. All right, we have a bunch of other characters. I know for comics people, this is probably going crazy to y'all, but I really don't know. I don't have any opinion on any of these. We have the evil Mother Wisp. This is what the Mother Wisp looks like when she's in her evil form, by the way. Way crazier design.
What if the Mother Wisp was evil?
She just looks like Frenzy Wisp, by the way. Like, not even joking. It just looks like she has the Frenzy power up. Why are there multiple Wisp on this list? Why are there multiple Wisp? Is it because they have different personalities?
I think those are from the, do you remember when they made the Colors remaster?
Yeah.
I think those were like, they made like an animated short with it, and I think that's what those Wisps are from.
Alright, I'm gonna skip like 50 different characters. Okay, let's go to Sage. What do you think of Sage?
Sage is good.
She's just like the little kid. I don't buy the whole... Okay, the daughter-father dynamic with Eggman is cool if Eggman wasn't an established character who I already had a personal opinion of. It just comes across as kind of weird, if that makes sense. Plus, she's like the fake-out villain, where people think she's a villain, but she's trying to save them, actually.
I also just dislike how, for a lot of the game, it's just, I don't know, I feel like not much happens. She's just like, don't do the thing, you're being bad, and then she doesn't elaborate, and then bad things happen.
Her character design's sick. I love her character design.
Yeah, and I like how the colors switch when like she's having a change of heart.
Yeah, stick. Where's Trip? Trip the sky gazer, sun gazer.
I have not played Superstars, but I know people like her.
Okay, let me tell you this. You know what she does in the game? She
turns into a dragon.
She trips. She trips a lot.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. She does have an arc. She goes from working with Eggman. So Eggman's trying to find the legendary like Star Dragon or something like that. Superstars isn't really good like story wise, but he's trying to find like the legendary dragon. So he hires Fang the sniper to find it, and he hires this stupid like useless clumsy girl called Trip. And it turns out that guess what? Trip was actually the one he was looking for all along, and it wasn't predictable in the slightest. Yeah, she's not. She's offenseless. I mean, she's not offensive. She's just kind of like there. Now, Surge, I'm putting Surge in Ore Farmer, not because I've actually seen what she's done, but because the glaze for this character online is insane, bro. I hear people saying she's like the top 5 Sonic character. I don't know what she does in the comics, but it must be crazy to get her up that higher. Like, am I wrong? Like, don't you see something about right. Surge? Like, everyone loves this character. Her comic, there's a page with Sonic. You know that panel? This is the panel everyone refers to. It's the panel. Yeah, this panel. Everyone talks about this panel. I don't know why. Why do people like hate this panel so much? Or at least they hype it up as like, it's really weird. Basically, Sonic is just roasting the mess out of Surge here. That's all it is. I have no context for the story, but if you don't know, I think Surge is like an evil version of Sonic some way from another dimension. That's all I know about her, but like people go crazy over her. Werehog Sonic.
There's so many characters in Sonic that are like, what if blank was evil?
It's like the Superman thing. Werehog Sonic, I'm putting an Ore Farmer just because it's Sonic, but like...
He's just Sonic. I don't think he belongs in his own...
No, but it's like, he has slightly different... Okay, yeah, fine. You're right. I'm just gonna rank him. But like, he does have some cool moments.
Personality.
He does some cool stuff.
Oh, I agree. Dude, the cutscene before Egg Dragoon is so fire.
Yeah, he destroys that thing, bro. He rips it to shreds. All right, are we done here? Okay, so this is all just Sonic forms. Super Blaze. Oh, Super Blaze's design is sick, but that's the same character.
We'll just go over anything that you still want to go over.
Mighty.
But I think we pretty much hit.
Yeah, we've hit the singularity. Mighty is just Sonic, but like from the arcade game, and Ray is just... They don't really have personality. So any personality they have is from those animated shorts that released on Sonic's channel, in which they were pretty cool, but they weren't anything special. So I'll put them above Master Zik or Professor Pickle, like below Tikal. Okay, below Tikal seems crazy. I'll put them next to Vector.
No, I think below Tikal, because at least Tikal has set a line of dialogue.
They have personalities. They just don't talk. Like they have established personalities. If you watch the Sonic Mania adventures.
But yeah, but it's more so Mighty is basically just Sonic,
but he's like a big brother. No, he's kind of like a big brother figure to Ray. Ray's kind of like a cooler version of Tails, if I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I guess the Brotherhood is pretty neat.
You know, Crips. No, I'm joking. Do you know anything about Fang being? Do you know anything about these obscure characters? Because like all I know about Fang is that he's from Sonic Superstars, and I actually don't like him in Sonic Superstars that much. Like if I'm going off of only Superstars, then he actually might be an Oreless. But since I don't know much about him,
he's in Fighters and Superstars.
But there's one character we're forgetting to mention, and I think you know which character it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the worst Sonic character ever conceived of. Y'all all know him. I was gonna say y'all all hate him. Give it up for Infinite. What is he again? A Jackal? Infinite the Jackal. Dude.
I was trying to remember his theme song, but I couldn't even.
Dude had the coolest show up. What do you mean his premiere trailer shows him posted up with Metal Sonic, Chaos, Shadow, and all those Avoc Slam? Then he shows up with his Q Power, his music playing in the background, the hardest rock and roll track you've ever heard in your life. Then when you actually get to the game, dude is a crybaby. Dude is like the lamest character ever. Bro stalks like a 4chaner, like a 12-year-old 4chaner who just got out of puberty. What are you, Infinite? You know his motivation? He gets beat up by Shadow once, and then he's just like, I'm not weak. You can't call me weak. And he turns evil because of that, bro. Like, dude would be cooked in any Peter Parker story. Like, he needs to get a grip. Like, how did that make you turn evil, bro? Apparently, it's implied.
You know what's even funnier?
What?
So he's like, I'm not weak. Instead, I'm just gonna rely on this object that gives me all of my power and like. Aura only in the trailers, and then once that power's gone, he's just literally nothing again.
By the way, loses unironically the power of friendship. Like, unironically loses the power of friendship. dies. He dies to no. He fails to kill Sonic multiple occasions. He's one of those annoying beats you in the game but loses in the cutscene bosses, which always drags off war points for me because you can't talk smack when I'm like destroying you in the game. That's not going to look good. Fails to kill Sonic and does the whole "you're too pathetic to kill" like we're some Disney show. Like I can't stand that, bro. Then you have him just constantly.
Eggman literally outright asked him to like kill Sonic, and he's like, "No."
Then he's like, "You're weak because Sonic's like you." Basically, I think it's like Infinite is like, "Why can't I beat you?" And then Sonic's like, "Because you have no friends, loser." Like we're like some. Oh my gosh, dude! It's just so painful.
Dude,
not even Sonic Heroes was this.
3?
Not even Sonic Heroes was this cheesy, and that game was made during actually no, that was during the Dark Ages. I can't say that.
Woody's speech in Kingdom Hearts 3 about Xehanort not having any friends is way better than
actually, yeah. Unironically, it's just way better. Like that's crazy, bro. Like, dude thought he was like cooking, but no, he's just sad. That's the one thing about Infinite. He's just sad. Everything about him, his character design, his theme song, his powers. You think he'd be up here, right? Like, imagine there's a Sonic versus Shadow fight, but like Infinite was cool. That would be like a top 10 fight in fiction, in my opinion. But
yeah,
no.
If Infinite wasn't in Forces, it would unironically be like Aura Farmer, but
like, yeah, imagine if he never showed up in Forces. It's just his aftermath. Like, crazy. But no, he has to talk. And I thought the whole edgelord gimmick was like purposeful. Like Sega was like, yeah, we're making him an edgelord because he's going to secretly have a lot of depth to him and be secretly menacing. But no, they do it unironically where he just talks like a 12-year-old 4chaner. And that's all his depth to it. Also, not to mention his actually just conflicting backstory. Like, remember when they say, wow, Infinite was made in a lab, but then it's like in the comics, it's his entire crew gets killed by Shadow, and he comes to Eggman himself. But then in the cutscene in Sonic Forces, he like already has them. It's just weird. It's just a weird character. But yeah, guys, that is the ore farming tier list for Sonic characters. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Roast us, give us death threats, all that good stuff. If you think it, tell me what your opinions are on what the best character is. I'm pretty interested in hearing it, as this list is obviously super biased. But yeah, you have anything to say, Crane?
not much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, go check out Crane's channel. He uploads. I can't even say that.
I upload when I have something to upload. I'm not like an actual creator.
Yeah, we just vibe check.
I might stream Deltarune 3 and 4 when they come out.
Yeah, definitely gotta check those out. But remember, all fun and games. I'll see you next time on the Plexi Tier channel. Peace.